Hey guys, what is up? It's Legion of Gaming here, and we are back today with another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition Let's Play on Insanity difficulty. In the last episode, we were just doing some miscellaneous side content here on Ilium, as well as back on Omega. We met up with Gianna Paracini to get some extra Paragon. Here we also helped an Asari and a Krogan kind of solve their, I guess you would call it, relationship problems, but really it was just she wasn't really sure what the Krogan was wanting. We also picked up some packages for one of Miranda's old acquaintances named Ish back on Omega, and we also went ahead and did Ari's Patriarch quest. If you haven't watched that episode, go ahead and go back and watch it. I will leave a link in the iCards at some point in the video, I'm sure. But on this one, we are going to be doing the Assassin dossier, and for either of these dossiers, for the Justicar or the Assassin, you do have to come to Ilium and see Liara before you go and actually can begin any of these quests. So we are here at her office right here, as the concierge told us when we first got to Ilium. So let's get on into things here.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls. My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
Sources?
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
Come with me.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
And so you can go ahead and investigate what these things are, and you can get some
What kind of things do you need to take care of?
Here.
Are you in trouble?
No trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise, someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
I'll see what I can do.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
And so then, obviously here, you can go and ask about Samara and Thane, and that is your Justicar and your Assassin. And then you will be able to go ahead and start either of those as you see.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
She's being tracked?
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
Tell me about Thane.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
You just knew that?
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
That's enough questions for now.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
And so then, you can start the Shadow Broker DLC immediately as soon as you come and talk to Liara. You won't get to do the little 2 side missions that she has for you. They're not like super detailed or anything like that, but I just like to do them because it's a little extra quest, a little extra experience to get you to that max level 30. If you ask her how she is, it's not really going to give you too much. The only time that you'll get like any other dialogue options from her is going to be when you go and complete those little assignments that she gives you. So we're going to go and start recruiting Thane now.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Another difficult development for human expansion as the colony
So,
on Horizon has been attacked.
in case you guys don't know how you get there, is the Normandy is here. You just walk on through the little corridor and through where the little marketplace is. This is where we met Gianna, and then up the stairs is Liara's office. The shipping area right here is where we are headed
The council has
to go
suggested
and
that the
talk
attacks
to
are a tragic
Serana.
coincidence, likely the result of Batarian slave traders
And you
or
can see the
isolated
journal
hybrid
update there for
attacks.
hacking
Investors in free
the security
complex
nodes and
complexes
helping
are rejoicing,
Liara out.
however, as the repair and
Listen,
rebuilding
I know the
plans
data
spike
is
shares
vital to the
industry-wide.
Turosa family.
So you just come right on down over here and talk to Serana.
Serena?
Who
Or
wants to
Serena,
know?
whatever. Someone with questions.
Name's Shepard. Liara Tassoni said you might have information on Thane Krios.
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Where is he?
Maybe you could help me find him?
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Nasana Dantius. Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
And so then you can investigate and ask about Nasana and what opposition we're going to be facing, but she's just going to really tell you that there's going to be tons and tons of mercs and extra security, and that you're not going to be able to get inside without some help. So we're just going to ask, where's Thane?
Just tell me where I can find Thane.
The Dantius Towers. Penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
Thanks for the info.
I'll find him.
Not without some help. You don't just walk into the Dantius Towers, especially now.
Let me guess. You can help us out.
I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
And so, in case you guys don't recognize, Nasana Dantius is another Mass Effect 1 character that we had interactions with. If you remember, she had, if we go and actually do the quest and things like that the way that it's intended, you go and get a message from her, and she invites you to the Citadel, to the embassy lounge there, by where Udina and everybody's at, and then she goes and asks you to go and rescue her sister, because she thinks that she's been kidnapped by slavers. But what you actually come to find out is that Nasana is actually just trying to get you to kill her sister and use her to eliminate the competition, basically. And that's kind of what Serana was hinting at there with the finding out her dirty little secrets and things like that. But let's get it started.
I'm ready now.
That's what I like to hear. We'll go tonight as soon as the shift workers clear out of Tower 2.
Now, you can do this mission obviously later on if you want. I'm doing it now because I want to see how the Viper sniper rifle is going to be, because we will find it at some point on this mission. As far as who you should take with you, I would recommend either Miranda and Kasumi or Miranda and Garrus. You can also wake up the Krogan if you want and recruit him, and you could potentially take him, but he's kind of just going to be like Garrus without the overload. You could obviously go and recruit Tally as well if you want, and Tally would be another, you know, semi-decent addition, but she might be a little bit short-ranged. But we are going to be going with Miranda and Garrus. Not gonna put anything, or rather not gonna do anything with those 2 points. I could go into energy drain, but I'm really gonna try to go ahead and just save up for those 4 points so that way we can get the last little bit into our operative ranks there.
The towers are heavily guarded, and you'll find more resistance closer to the penthouse. So, this assassin, you planning to stop him?
I'm just here to make sure he survives.
Spoken like a true Spectre. I'm not here to stop him from killing anybody. I'm just here to make sure that I get to talk to him afterwards.
There they are, the Dantius towers. You'll have to get up to the second tower and cross the bridge to the penthouse. Her mercs will fight you every step, but it's your best chance.
We'll see.
We might find him before it goes that far.
Maybe. At least you'll know where he's headed.
Take us in.
Alright. Let's do this.
Hold on.
Now, one of the things that I always find kind of interesting if you go and look at what all's going on in each of the games, you kind of see that in Mass Effect 2, you're almost acting a little bit like Saren was, where if you just choose to not go talk to the council and get reinstated,
Don't linger too long. They'll be here to greet you soon enough.
then you're kind of just doing your own thing.
Good luck, Shepard.
The way that Saren was in recruiting your team and just doing kind of whatever you want, running around being with Cerberus. But let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see some more like deep dive thoughts, more lore videos or anything like that. Obviously we got some mechs here, so we can go ahead and shoot this glass if we want, and then swap back our weapons. We're gonna go ahead and use overload on that. I'm gonna reload. And then we're gonna use another overload. Then we'll use our incinerate right there. And then we can go ahead and swap if we want.
Rerouting power.
There we go. And so then there's a lot of like little side tuck-ins and things like that that you can be doing on this mission. That's going to be the continue. But you want to come on over here and be hacking terminals and finding all of your stations and things like that. Also, not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but if you ever go and select over one of these redded out ones, you know, if you go over it, it just takes away one of your attempts. But if you actually go and select on top of it, then it will actually go and completely kick you out and you won't be able to get back in, as if you had failed a bypass attempt on a safe or things like that. So just a little quick tip. And if you come on over to here, you will see the injured Solarian worker there.
Help!
He's still alive.
I can't feel my legs. My chest is killing me.
I'm sorry.
Who did this to you, and why?
We're just night workers. Nasana sent them after us. She sent the mechs to round us up, but we didn't hear. They just started shooting.
Without warning?
They just attacked you?
Yes, they were too slow. It was horrible. Everyone screaming. The merc said there was no time. Nasana wanted us out of the way immediately. Then the dogs.
He's not going to make it if we don't help him.
Here. That should ease the pain and keep you alive until help arrives.
Thank you. That helps.
Take your time.
I think I'm better. Find the other workers. Help them.
And then you can go and investigate a little bit if you want. They're not going to have too much information. They're kind of just going to tell you, you know, that, hey, we just work here for the most part, and tell you what a bad person that Nasana is. So we're just going to say, I should go.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Let's get moving.
Alright, so as you can see there, we got another 7 Paragon. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on the submachine gun for right now.
Nice!
Yes!
And now that we have a little bit of distance, now we can, you know, do a little bit of work with our sniper rifle potentially here. And then always remember, whenever you go into your tactical cloak, you will always deal that extra bonus damage. Now whenever you're doing the mechs, I would recommend that you go ahead and just switch to your submachine gun, just because, particularly with the Mantis, you know, since you only have those 10 shots and so forth, you really want to try to conserve those for your higher priority, more high value targets. Someone else can shoot the last little shot that guy needs to die. And then we can go ahead and switch on back here. And then if you just keep waiting right here, then they will eventually come on over. There should be more mechs, I believe. Well, actually, no, so there's gonna be like a Vanguard and some other Eclipse troopers over here, as you can see right there.
This should slow him down.
There we go.
So that is an example of someone you would want to, you know, be using your ammo on there.
There we go!
And then as you can see there, we've got more mechs and troopers coming. So we are gonna go ahead and we'll keep it on the sniper rifle for right now. Now you will notice that I did go ahead and shoot a mech there. That's just because we weren't gonna have a shot on the Eclipse merc over here before we had our cloak drop down, so wasn't really a point in not being able to get the shot.
Give me a target.
Hostile
spotted.
There we go. And then, like I said, just be paying attention to make sure that you're not getting surrounded on or anything like that with the mechs, because the mechs will constantly be moving forward. They will not go and take cover the same way that the troopers will. Now, the other reason that I'm also sticking to the submachine gun here is because we do have the disruptor ammo, even though we don't have a lot of points in it, it's still going to amplify any damage that we're doing to them, so more shots, obviously more damage, right? And we can see we have another group coming in here. They're just hiding in that room over there, so we'll just let them do their thing.
Careful!
And then overload. Overload.
Scratch one!
And then these guys will completely drop your shields if you do let them get into melee with you. So again, just be mindful of them and their positioning. And there we go. Gonna go ahead and swap us on over to the sniper rifle now. And we're just gonna move on over here. There we go. We'll overload. Gonna do concussive shot there. Now Miranda is down, so we do need to be a little bit careful. We'll go ahead and use our cloak here. And boom. All done. So if you just take it nice and slow, don't get super over aggressive while you're still dealing with the mechs, you should be pretty okay in this whole section right here. But like I said, just bear in mind that mechs are going to constantly be moving forward and trying to flank you, whereas the Eclipse mercenaries will kind of just sit there and play like the guys have on some of the other missions we've been dealing with.
Hey, I think he went in here.
Here's some extra ammo if you need it. Since we're already topped off right here, I'm not gonna grab one just yet. I'll wait until later. I am going to go ahead and swap back on over to our submachine gun.
Excuse me. Backup systems engaged. Careful.
Now we could obviously AI hack the mech, but to me, it's more of a why bother? Because when they're right there in the open like that, it's just not gonna do all that much. Now,
Impressive.
what I will say is if you have a mech that is in like a flanking position on the enemy and is behind enemy lines, that would be a great time to go for a hack. So like when he's back there like that, that would be a great time to do it if you could pull it off. But I mean, for me, I'd say you have much better abilities that you can be trying to use. Go ahead and put our cloak on there. Swap back to our sniper. Then use our concussive shot there on him. And there you are. And so now is when I would go back and grab at least one of these. So that way you're topped back off on your submachine gun ammo. Now you will notice that Miranda did not pop back up. That is because we are not quite done. We do still have a few more guys here. Go ahead and incinerate that one. Use overload there. Wait, totally with that, but it's fine. Go ahead and use our cloak there. Oh, I need to reload. Overload that net, and bam. And so then, as you can see back there, there is going to continue to be quite a few waves of mercs and so on and so forth, just continuing to come after us. So, just gonna continue to just pick them off one at a time here. Didn't really want to go and use that shot on him, but I did because I was worried about Garrus going down.
Nice shot.
Gonna run right here, grab ourselves some more sniper ammo. Go ahead and go back into our cloak. Get a headshot. Call it a day. Now, you do really want to be focusing on your headshots as well as your cloak damage, because you will actually see it when I go to show the armor off that we picked up. The Kestrel set, I believe, is what it's called, is going to give you boost to headshot damage, as will many of the other helmets and other things that you can find. And the headshot damage is really going to be key, so that's why you want to make sure that you are focusing on and prioritizing that. Now, obviously Miranda is back, so we are good to go ahead and keep moving forward, but just gonna grab that one little ammo over here. We're obviously gonna have tons of ammo in this other area from these guys that we just killed over here, but can't be too careful. Now, you can go through that way. I do not recommend it, because it can just set you up bad for this next set. So we're gonna go ahead and concussive shot him, overload, and swap. And cloak.
Impressive!
Headshot. And now we're kind of back to where we were before, where we have good spacing, not really too concerned about, you know, them being too close. Now we can kind of just go back to picking them off one at a time.
Authorized for vehicle force. Hostile force. Just have engaged.
So, a bit unfortunate there that they both went down there at the same time, but luckily they just popped right on back up because that was the last guy apparently. And same thing, backtrack for some ammo, because we're a sniper and we got to have the sniper ammo for our headshots. So you pop out right there if you do go this way, and then you can either come up right there or be right there, which, unless you're like playing Vanguard or a more close range class, you really don't want to be. doing those sorts of things, because you're just, especially when you're an infiltrator, you're just closing the distance for them for free. So we're actually going to go ahead and back up here. Because as you can see there, Miranda's already going down. And Garrus again. Good job, guys. Good teamwork. So, gonna go ahead and cloak. And headshot. And then once I get my cloak back, just cloak. Headshot. And swap, because we're on a mech, obviously. And as you can see, the Casa Locust was just putting in massive work for us in every one of these fights, including the mission that we got it on, which is why I usually do Kasumi's loyalty missions so early, is because it is just so worth it if you're doing a class like the Infiltrator to have that superior submachine gun to the Shuriken, because it's kind of just trash. So I'm gonna reload this last time here, then I will go ahead and do my sniper rifle real quick with my cloak to get the headshot on the trooper, and then we'll be swapping back just again. Do our incinerate there. Go ahead and just wait for our shields to pop back up, because we got plenty of time. Then we are going to, right here, go ahead and swap on back. Use our cloak. Headshot.
There we go. Give me a target.
Same thing. Now, if you want, I would highly recommend just sitting in the middle like this whenever they fire off those warps if you're kind of low HP, just because it can be a little bit funky sometimes, and if you get staggered like that when you're low HP and they hit you, especially on this difficulty, you're just... And then for this particular mission, the autosaves can be a little bit brutal, so like you will go all the way back to the very beginning of that, and you will have to redo everything that you've done up to this point if you had died right there. So that's why I highly recommend that you exercise some caution. Now, that's where they want us to go, but you can also come right on over here and get a nice little bonus. More workers, as you can see.
Please, don't kill us. We'll go. We'll go. Hey, look. They're not Eclipse. You're here to help us, right?
Yes.
It's one reason I'm here. Come on out. It's safe enough.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone, not a merc. He's on his own.
Well, whoever sealed us in here. When he found us, I thought we were dead, but he just closed the door and locked us in.
Locked you in? Sounds like our assassin was trying to keep them safe.
Assassin? Here for Nasana, I bet. She's got it coming. You treat people like this, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
So as you can see, Nasana's own workers are not very big fans of her. But, you know, again, you can go ahead and be asking. We'll ask about the assassin just this once.
Did you see the one who locked you in? Do you know where he might have gone?
He's no Solarian, I can tell you that. But I've no idea where he went. Sorry. If he's after Nasana, he'll be heading to the upper levels.
You should go.
I wouldn't stay here too long. It should be safe down on the lower floors.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go, everybody. Thank you. And tell your assassin to aim for her head, because she doesn't have a heart. Get moving.
So here, just an extra med gel, as well as some extra creds.
We're a little exposed out here,
And then go
especially if
ahead
anyone's
and
in that
do
elevator.
Q
We should find cover. Quickly.
and E.
Have a pleasant stay.
Get in there!
Go ahead and do double overload. Just wait for that to hit.
A combat drone!
And so then what you want to do here is go ahead and energy drain that sucker so that way he doesn't try to fly around and stagger you, because these are engineers, so they will either take your shields out, take your barriers out, whatever it is. They have abilities to do everything. As you can see, Amanda is already down.
Shields down. Watch the Krogan. Watch for drones.
So we'll go ahead and this time I'm going to use Garrus's overload on it so that I can use the incinerate on him, so that way we can try to get him taken care of. And we'll incinerate again. Ooh, we need to cloak.
Burn, bitch! I need targeting
Ooh.
assistance!
That was a close one, boys.
There they are.
So we're gonna... Okay. Well, I was gonna say duck around this corner, but guess not. So it should just take us back to the autosave right here. Yeah. And then I actually thought that was a different elevator, because I thought there was one where it just tells you that you can't go up or whatever. And I actually almost missed out on our sniper rifle upgrade there. So the Viper is just basically a faster firing rifle, so obviously it's not going to do as much damage as the Mantis will and have that same one shot, one kill potential, but it is a little bit easier to use while you are on the move. So that's why I kind of want to use it and see how it does. If I don't like it, we can always just switch it back to the Mantis. But as you can see, it does have a 12-round magazine as opposed to having to reload after every shot like the Mantis does. And we're just gonna... Yeah, let's put
Going to
you
cover
over there. And then we'll put Garrus over here. So
Grabbing
that
cover.
hopefully they don't get insta-popped like they did this last
We're a
time.
little exposed out here, especially if anyone's in that elevator.
And then I'm
We should
gonna
find cover. Quickly.
be right here so that way they can't.
Have a pleasant stay.
So this is something that you can kind of do as you...
Watch for the drone!
So you see, obviously you're not doing that one-shot potential, but now we're able to go ahead and drop his shields pretty quickly.
Watch the Krogan.
Just gonna continue to warp there,
I got it!
use overload, and we use cloak again.
Contact! Light him up!
Because as you can see there, when you have that slowdown, you are just super mega OP. Go ahead and use overload on
Fire in the
her.
hole.
Eclipse! Burn the bastard!
I've got no shield.
Go ahead and use our
targeting
cloak
assistance.
there. Swap sides.
Firing a high impact shot. Enemy combat drone.
How about that dodge, boys? And as you can see, that one went quite a bit smoother. But it's just about, you know, making sure that they're in a good position where they're not going to just get insta-popped. Last time, since they were kind of on the edges there, and they just immediately spread out as soon as they get out of there. If you're playing on the lower difficulties, you can usually just like overload, and then incinerate, and do a lot more damage to them, so you can just kind of pop them a little bit quicker. If you do happen to be doing this playthrough on a lower difficulty.
4 or 5. Don't worry, my team's always ready to go. I don't know where he is. Not yet. Don't worry about it. We don't need any reinforcements. I'll take care of it. It's under control. I'll go down there myself.
Is it
Turn
really
around.
under
Very
control,
slow.
though?
Damn it.
I'm looking for Thane.
Have you seen the assassin?
Why are you looking for him? You're not one of Nisana's mercs. Who are you?
I've got an offer.
Answer my questions and I'll let you go.
Look, pal. Even if I knew where he was, I wouldn't tell you.
Not the answer I was looking for.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me, my team's right through there. They'll be all over you.
Now, you can, if you do the Renegade interrupt there, it'll just throw him straight out the window, which is always a fun one. But I wanted the extra Paragon here, so don't be stupid.
Is a little information really worth dying over? He's Nisana?
No. I suppose not. Okay, look. Last I heard, the assassin was down on the mezzanine. But the teams on the bridge think they might have spotted him. Nobody knows for sure.
Get out of here.
I'm going.
He owes you one. Anybody else would have killed him.
So right here, this datapad, I don't know if you guys remember the Solarian who was talking there as we were walking up to the officer over there, or the transportation officer. This is actually for him. It's the data for the Criosa family, so it'll just get you a nice little bit of credits that you can go and deliver it to. For right here, you're going to be dealing with some mercs and some mechs. The mechs will be first, so I'm going to go ahead and just trigger it. Highly recommend, again, this is why we're doing the overload and things like that, is because that's what's going to be best for you.
We've been spotted.
I'm gonna go ahead and duck behind this. Warp and back up, so that way you don't get knocked out of your cover. That's another little cheesy, like, exploity thing you can do, is once you've got your slow right there, you can just keep popping in and out. Because obviously while everyone else is going slow in your slow time, if you've already got your shots lined up, then it's pretty much GG. You can always overload the crate.
Just find him now.
Come on, she'll be throwing us to the dogs next.
Let's go ahead and just do our cloak here. That was unfortunate timing. There we go. And so, like, you see how we just can do headshot after headshot for bonus damage whenever we have that nice little slowdown. go ahead and do a bypass here for, again, another little bonus bit of stuff. If I could actually go and click these fast enough.
Are you guys all right in here?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
Relax. Don't do anything you'll regret.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I said get back! I'll do it! Please, don't make me do it.
Let me help you.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. What's your name?
I'm Talon. Don't come any closer.
Talon, I'm Commander Shepard. I don't work with the mercs and I don't want to hurt you. I'm here to help.
All right. Here. I don't feel so...
Talon! He's my brother. I just want to see if he's all right. Are you the ones who shot the merc?
I don't think so.
It wasn't me. Your brother didn't do it?
No. Talon was standing here with me.
What happened exactly?
The merc found us and shouted at us to move. We panicked, and he shouted more. I thought he was going to kill us, then his head just exploded. Talon picked up the merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave. Then you showed up.
A perfect headshot with no collateral damage. Very impressive.
Tell me about the assassin.
I'm looking for someone. Probably the guy who killed this merc.
Talon thought he saw someone following us, but he's been a bit on edge. I haven't seen anyone but the mercs.
You should get out of here.
There are still mercs up here. You should get to the lower levels.
No need to convince me. Talon, come on, get up.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Thank you.
And so then some more XP and a little bit more Paragon. Get some more money out of this. And so, well, I believe if you did not find the Viper in the spot that we just had before, that you can also find another one right here.
Somebody, please give me a report. It's about time. What's going on down there?
I'm afraid your men aren't able to respond, Nisana.
Damn it.
So obviously we got some mercs and mechs again right here. So let's just go and warp and incinerate.
Fire, Shepard!
Felt that one!
Go ahead and do our cloak there.
Your screens!
It's like I was saying, Viper is not necessarily the highest DPS rifle in the game there.
Firing a high impact shot!
It can be very helpful if you're gonna try to be a little bit more aggressive with your shots there, because obviously you're not gonna have to reload after each shot.
Mind over matter!
So if you're planning on trying to play a little bit more aggressively, highly recommend you use it. Also, you just get so much more ammo. But here you can swap it off in case for some reason you're just really missing the extra oomph of the Mantis. But we are approaching the end of the mission here. We just have a little bit left.
He's already past us.
Go ahead and get that.
Impressive.
So we are not going to have Garrus do anything because we do not want him to go down. So that's what I was talking about, where if you're low health, just highly recommend that you just duck behind the corner extra.
Stand down.
This is our first introduction to the Commando class. It's kind of like the Blue Sun Commanders or Legionaries, I think. But it's just someone who has, you know, 3 bars of health. Basically, they have armor, a barrier, and obviously a health.
Hold them back, you miserable shit.
But just, you know, take your time, and you'd be good to go. But so you can see, even in a prolonged engagement like that, we still didn't use up all of our ammo. And that's also another part of why this Kestrel set's pretty good, is because it just gives you even more ammo. Just more money here, and then we also have another submachine gun damage upgrade, which is always much appreciated for us.
This should come in handy.
And then that should unlock the penetration as well. So now we'll have penetration on our submachine guns, as well as on our what's it called? As well as our assault rifles. Now obviously there are some drawbacks, as I was saying, to using the Viper as opposed to the Mantis. Like when you have those shots right there and you want to one-shot somebody, not necessarily going to be able to. But if you're just trying to be a little bit more aggressive with your sniping, or just a little bit more fast-paced, as always, want to try to dodge out on the warps when you can. And then I'm still just reloading out of habit every time that I duck down there. And obviously this is another example of why you should always be buying your sniper damage upgrades as well. There will be, I believe, 2 more waves. Yep, so you got one right there. So obviously you want to just be careful of them. Boom. Now you can just go up there and overload them pretty easily.
What the hell am I paying you for?
Just like that. is these guys are just like the rocket drones that you play on the first mission. And then as you can see, we have a few more guys here. So we'll go to overload and float.
Contact.
Another overload, another float. Bam. So that's kind of your cycle there with the Viper. It's more of a just automatically double tap everybody, as opposed to trying to solo tap before, because you obviously can't double tap with a bolt action.
One less to worry about.
And there we go. Nice and easy. And again, there will be more, as of course the theme of this mission has been more and more enemies whenever they can cram them in.
We got him.
Go ahead and do our
disable their damn cloak. Get them off me. Now let's finish you off.
And just do an incinerate and concussive trap, reload, and you dead, son. There should not be anything else over here on either of these sides, so we are gonna just go on in and see what happens.
Shepard, but you're dead.
I got better.
And now you're here to kill me.
Interesting idea.
You really are paranoid, aren't you?
Don't patronize me, Shepard.
Charming as ever.
I'm sure you find this all very ironic. First you take care of my sister, and now you're here for me. Well, you made it this far. Now what?
You still think it's me?
You really think I'm here to kill you?
Do you have another reason for destroying my tower? Decimating my security?
I'm just looking for someone.
You expect me to believe that? Is it credits? Is that what you want? Just tell me your price. We can make this problem go away.
No, we can't.
All the credits in the world won't make this problem go away, Nasana.
Who the hell gave you the right to play God? I may not be perfect, but look at you. We both kill people for money. What's the difference?
I met some of your workers.
You kill people because you think they're beneath you. They're in your way. I kill people when they leave me no choice.
You've got a choice. You don't have to do this. I can tell you. What?
I heard something.
Damn it. Check the other entrances. You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I are going to... Who?
Never saw it coming. And if that's not one of the most, you know, sick, badass introductions to a character that you have ever seen, I don't know what it is.
You certainly know how to make an entrance.
Hello?
I was hoping to talk to you.
I apologize, but prayers for the wicked must not be forsaken.
Why?
Do you really think she deserves it?
Not for her. For me. The measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. Take you, for instance. All this destruction, chaos. I was curious to see how far you'd go to find me. Well, here I am.
So I see.
I do want to talk to you, but how did you know I was here?
Gunfire and explosions. I prefer to work quietly. If I have to fight through guards, I've made a mistake. I rarely make mistakes. You disrupted my plan, but your distraction eventually proved valuable.
I want you on my team.
Let's cut to the chase. I need you for a mission.
Indeed.
You're familiar with the Collectors?
By reputation.
They're abducting entire human colonies. Freedom's Progress was their handiwork.
I see.
We're going after them.
Attacking the Collectors would require passing through the Omega-4 relay. No ship has ever returned from doing so.
We'll find a way.
They told me it was impossible to get to Ilos, too.
A fair point. You built a career on performing the impossible. This was to be my last job. I'm dying. Low survival odds don't concern me. The abduction of your colonists does.
Are you sick?
You're dying. Are you contagious? How long do you have?
If you're interested, we can discuss it on your ship. The problem isn't contagious, and it won't affect my work.
I'm sorry.
I hadn't heard that. Is there anything I can do?
Giving me this opportunity is enough. The universe is a dark place. I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
And that is the end of it. As you can see, we did get another level up as well. So now we can max out our, specialization there. Got the Viper sniper rifle, got our submachine gun damage, and we also got an extra 60 grand and some EZO. So we should be able to afford some more upgrades now as well from the shops.
I've heard impressive stories, Krios. Sounds like you'll be an asset to the team. That is, if you're comfortable having an assassin watch your back.
I've accepted a contract. My arm is Shepard's.
Uh-huh. Don't know about you, but I'm loyal to more than my next paycheck.
What's the problem, Jacob?
Obviously he is too. He's doing this mission gratis. What's your concern?
I don't like mercenaries. An assassin is just a precise mercenary.
An assassin is a weapon. A weapon doesn't choose to kill. The one who wields it does. Where shall I put my things? I'd prefer someplace dry if anything is available.
The area near the life support plant on the crew deck tends to be slightly more arid than the rest of the ship.
Ah, an AI. My thanks.
He seems quite civil.
Give him a chance.
We need all the help we can get. He's not what I expected in an assassin. He may surprise you.
Yeah, and he may not.
Alright, so I just want to point out something rather obvious here. So Jacob left the Alliance to be a privateer, which is basically like a government-endorsed pirate, for those of you who kind of it's my understanding of it anyways. And then afterwards decided, I'm then going to go work for Cerberus, a mercenary / human interest organization. You literally mad at him for doing exactly what you did. But anyways, that is where we're gonna end today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the video and the channel. It always helps out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.